Right now, Barron County officials are providing updates on Jamie Kloss nearly 1 year after her kidnapping. And as another former Trump administration official testifies on Capitol Hill, Senator Ron Johnson is going after Democrats.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now at noon.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Mark Kane. Thanks for tuning in to News 3 on this Monday morning. Hope you all had a nice weekend. A little chilly out there. Let's head over to the Weather Center meteorologist Chris Reese as a look at your first alert forecast. Chris?
Yeah, that's right. And we are still under the influence of some of that colder air that we've seen around here, Mark. Winds have come out of the northwest. We actually did see frost last night. I had to scrape off a little bit of the windshield earlier on this morning. But one of the things that I'm paying attention to is another cold front. That's going to be moving in from the west. Already you can see some showers associated with that throughout parts of Montana. In the meantime, enjoy the sunshine that we do have out there. A few decorator clouds out on the horizon. I think we keep the sunshine around going through most of today, and temperatures will warm up a couple more degrees. I do think some folks have a shot at seeing 50, but everyone is in the 40s right now. 48 in Janesville, Boscobel at 49. Here in Madison, we do sit at 46. The high expected this afternoon should be right around 49. We'll stay mostly sunny, but overnight tonight, the clouds begin to increase. That'll keep those lows a little bit warmer into the upper 30s. And then we're tracking rain chances into tomorrow. We're going to time that all out and then talk about the rest of the week into the upcoming weekend in Maine weather.
Enjoy the sunshine today.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Chris. We'll see you in a few minutes. Around the state, tomorrow marks 1 year since 13-year-old Jamie Kloss was abducted by Jake Patterson after forcing his way inside her home and killing her father and mother. The Barron County Sheriff's Department held a news conference this morning as the 1-year anniversary is approached. Sheriff Chris Fitzgerald honored each of the 10 lead agents on Kloss's case. Kloss's guardian and attorney, Chris Gramstad, and also provided an update on Jamie, who he says has had a busy summer with her aunts and friends hiking through the state.
Last, I want to thank Jamie. She's opened her heart in a way and given me and many other people around her a real sense of trust. I appreciate that. I told her, Jamie, many months ago, I said that you were stuck with me for the rest of your life. That was my way of saying that I'm always going to be there for you.
Kloss was held in captivity in Gordon, Wisconsin for 88 days until she escaped in January. Jake Patterson was sentenced to 2 consecutive life sentences in prison, plus an additional 40 years. The president of the Wausau School Board is running for Congress as a Democrat. Tricia Zunker, who is also a justice on the Ho-Chunk Nation's Supreme Court, launched her campaign this morning. Zunker says she wants to be a voice for struggling ginseng and dairy farmers. She would be the first Native American member of Congress from Wisconsin if she wins. Another Democrat, self-employed insurance broker and Vietnam veteran Lawrence Dale, also announced his campaign today. They are the first Democrats to announce bids for the 7th congressional district seat vacated by Republican Sean Duffy last month. The special election will be held early next year. This morning in a radio interview, Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson says Democrats loathe President Trump and have been wanting to sabotage his presidency since the day after the election. Johnson says Democrats are trying to do, quote, everything they can to bring him down amid the House impeachment inquiry. Democratic State Representatives Mark Pocan and Gwen Moore have been vocally in support of the impeachment inquiry. Meanwhile, Congress returns from a 2-week recess, that is tomorrow, but the House's impeachment inquiry into Trump continued through the break. Today, investigators are questioning Fiona Hill, Trump's former Russia expert, on Capitol Hill for closed-door testimony.
Tragedy here and the crime here is that the American people don't get to see what's going on in these sessions.
Hill is expected to tell lawmakers the president's personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani, and his ambassador to the European Union, Gordon Sondland, ran their own policies in Ukraine outside of the usual channels. Sondland is expected to testify later this week. This morning, Trump is defending his decision overseas to withdraw U.S. troops from Syria, leaving Turkey and Kurdish fighters to battle each other. Amid the escalating violence, hundreds of ISIS supporters have escaped a detention camp where the U.S. allied Kurds had been holding them. In response to his critics, the president tweeted, quote, "The same people who got us into the Middle East mess are the people who most want to stay there." there. The White House has said that any economic sanctions would destroy the Turkish economy. Rescue teams in New Orleans are still searching for a missing construction worker in the rubble of a deadly building collapse. This dramatic video captured the moment when the Hard Rock Hotel, which was still under construction, toppled onto a busy street. At least 2 people were killed, another 30 were injured. The contractor, Citadel Builders, has been working on the 18-story hotel since 2015. It was set to open this spring. More local news now. Today is Indigenous People Day in Wisconsin. Governor Tony Evers issued an executive order to rename the holiday traditionally known as Columbus Day. In that order, the governor declared the second Monday of every October as Indigenous People Day in Wisconsin to recognize and appreciate tribal nations. This doesn't remove Columbus Day, which has been a federal holiday in the U.S. since 1934. Madison has been recognizing Indigenous People Day since at least 2005, but it wasn't always consistently voted on year to year. Well, there's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Have you ever paid someone with dessert? I have, and it was welcomed with open arms. Stick around for the story and the sweetest can be recipe. I have a neighbor who's a plumber, and a while back he helped me fix a leaky faucet. When I asked him what I owed him, he said, "Don't worry, just make me a dessert sometime and we'll call it even, since you know how much I love sweets." So after thinking about what to make, this easy Italian-inspired layer cake came to mind. To make it, we start by beating a box of white cake mix with some eggs, buttermilk, and oil. After that's mixed, we stir in a good amount of coconut and chopped pecans. And rather than making this just 2 layers, we made it into 3 so that each layer is nice and delicate. While they bake and cool, we mix together some store-bought cream cheese frosting with more chopped pecans. At this point, It's time to drizzle some rum over each layer before frosting it. After all 3 layers have been stacked, all that's left to do is frost the sides and top. Maybe garnish it with a few pecans. What you end up with is a simple but elegant cake that's just as welcome after some homemade manicotti as it is with a tall glass of milk. To get the recipe for our Italian cream cake, all you have to do is check out our website. Let me tell you, my neighbor loved his cake so much that every time I see him, he hints for me to make him another. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a sweeter way for you to say, ooh, it's so good. Good?
It's delicious.
Italian, rummy.
All right, Howard, thank you. A bit chilly out there today, but the sun helps. Enjoy it because more rain is on the way. Chris is next with your first alert forecast. Our Call for Action phone bank is open right now, ready to take on your consumer issues. You can call our hotline. Volunteers will help you with any consumer complaints. The number is 608-270-2833. The service is open every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday between 11 and 1. Let's check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrials are something. Up or down, I don't know. There's no arrows on that. There's the numbers for you, so hopefully they're all in the up direction. Q106 Farm Director Pam Yankee out of the radio barn today, so here are your farm numbers. Time now for the weather. Chris is over in the Weather Center. A nice sunny day today.
That's right, Mark. It's been a fairly beautiful day compared to a lot of the cloud cover that we did see over the weekend. Temperature-wise, we're a little bit more comfortable as well. 46 right now in Madison. Those winds coming out of the west and northwest at 10 miles per hour. There is a wind chill this morning as well. Or this afternoon, rather, that wind chill 41. Temperatures throughout southern Wisconsin are pretty much all into the 40s. Our warmest spot right now is Boscobel. They're at 49, 1 degree away from 50. 45 right now in Mineral Point, also at 46 as you work your way over towards Lone Rock. The Dells at 43 right now. All of these temperatures, though, are a lot warmer than we were at this time yesterday. Say 5 to 7 degrees in some spots. The Dells 8 degrees warmer than we were 24 hours ago. And we have the sunshine to thank for this one. There's not a lot of cloud cover truly over the upper Midwest with the exception of some decorator clouds. If you want to look at the Dakotas, that cloud cover that's not moving is the snowpack that they still do have on the ground. But truly, there's a lot of sunshine for us, and enjoy that, because things do change as we go through time, especially into tomorrow. Here's the setup. We're still under the influence of that cold northwesterly flow, and that's going to stick around as we go into, well, really the rest of the week, though it'll modify somewhat. One of the other things that we're going to be tracking, though, is this area of low pressure that you see swinging out of Canada and into parts of Montana. That will be the next bringer of more cloud cover, along with the next chance of rain. That's going to arrive tonight and as we move into tomorrow. Let's go ahead and track that. Notice the winds. See these winds now coming out of the south and east as we go into the overnight hours. This is supplying more of the moisture from the Gulf of Mexico. Watch how those clouds also begin to increase. Here's that area of low pressure. You see the showers. That's activating everything. And I do think the heaviest shower chance will be towards the north. Now, once our winds start to turn around and come out of the north and west, this is another cold front sweeping on through, but pay attention to the backside of that. More chances for showers. We're also going to see more of that cloud cover likely lingering as we go into your Thursday. So again, I just want to encourage you to enjoy the sunshine that is out there right now. It's going to be a milder afternoon compared to what we've seen. Those temperatures will be awfully close to 50 if we don't actually make the 50-degree mark today. Overnight tonight, see those winds coming out of the south. Here we are tomorrow morning. Grab the rain jackets and maybe even a little bit of a coat as you head to the bus stop if the kids are going to be out. Temperatures will be in the 30s with some rain showers around into tomorrow. Then we will see the spotty showers pretty much all day long, even though temperatures will top out around 53 degrees for those highs. And then into Wednesday and Thursday, that cloud cover is going to be sticking around for us. Here's that shot of colder air that arrives for Wednesday. But I want to show you what happens towards the weekend. That begins to move away. We actually start to see some milder temperatures working their way through here. And this is good news. As our average temperatures go down into the mid-50s, we're looking at a shot to see some of those temperatures into the low and mid-60s at some point as we go through the next 6 to 10 days. And speaking of the next 6 to 10 days, the temperature outlook does favor above normal temperatures throughout the eastern half of the country, with below normal temperatures again throughout the Rockies and parts of the West. This is the yo-yo pattern that October typically likes to bring around here. But here's the next 10 days. We'll see some dry weather other than tomorrow, really through the rest of the week and the first half of the weekend. Another rain chance Sunday and Monday, but even a lot of next week does look dry as well, Mark.
Good looking weekend coming up.
It's a good looking. I like this forecast. This is a true fall forecast. We had a little taste of winter this weekend, but winter was just saying, hey, I'll be there soon.
It's knocking on the door.
But I'm going to head out and let fall continue to do its thing.
Sounds good. All right, Chris, thank you. Up next, Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company is here taking your plant and garden questions. The number to call, 270-9933. We'll get to your calls right after the break.
News
Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company is here taking your plant and garden questions at 270-9933. Good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
Brought some color with you today.
I know. Gina picked them out for me today because I was busy this morning. But yeah, we've got some florist mums, and the first of the cyclamen have come in. Those are always good for the cooler weather in your house and cooler temps in your house, and they kind of last through the holidays. So
Yeah, get some color in the house.
yeah, definitely.
What's this one?
This is anthurium. It's a tropical. Use them a lot in sort of tropical arrangements. Not a particular favorite of mine. My mom loved them though.
You're all glittery.
I am. I was doing trees today, so yes, I'm sparkly.
All right, let's get to the phones. We'll start with Jeannie from Boscobel. Hi, Jeannie.
Hi there. Thanks for taking my call.
You're welcome.
I have a geranium that I brought in. It's quite large. And I was wondering if I could cut the tall, spindly stems that have a little bit of flower on them off, or if that would damage the plant.
That won't damage the plant, Jeannie. And as a matter of fact, the lightest, most sunny spot in your house is not nearly as sunny as a partly shady spot is outside. And geraniums are sun lovers. So it's going to take a while for your plant to acclimate to the indoor conditions. So just sit tight on that. But yeah, definitely cut back any spindly stuff. And you might find that you'll have to do another haircut in the early spring when the plant starts to grow. But put it in the sunniest spot in your house and cut it back. It'll be fine.
All right, let's go to Christine in Oregon. Hi, Christine.
Hello.
Hi, which question?
Hi, Mark.
Hi.
We have some beautiful burgundy barberries that didn't do well from last winter, and I've been told that I could just cut them down to the ground and that they would come back next spring. My husband would prefer to just pull them out and replace them, but
That's another issue.
because we have the love-hate relationship with the barberry.
Well, barberries will come back from a pretty severe cutting, but I would wait until spring. You can certainly shape them up so that they don't look quite so wretched for the winter, but I would do that sort of major cutting back in the spring, knowing that if you cut them much more than 50% back, that it's going to take a while for them to come back from that. But I have seen barberries come back from a pretty severe rabbit pruning, a personal experience with rabbit pruning, so they'll come back.
All right, let's go to Susan in Madison. Hi, Susan.
Hi, Lisa. Hi, Mark. I have a question about my knockout carefree roses. I have a dozen of them on my second year with those. When do I trim those back?
Susan, unless you have hybrid roses, which the knockouts are definitely not, that you want to fit into a cone for some sort of extra winter protection, we don't recommend that you prune roses back until the spring. You're always going to get some winter dieback in our area, so just deal with that in the spring. So what you want to do is, if you've got long, crazy canes, go ahead and clip those back, but for the rest of it, leave them alone, put a little bit of winter mulch on the crown if you want to, and then wait until next spring. When you see the buds start to expand for the new growth, then you can shape them up then.
All right, we'll go to Jennifer now from Dane. Hi, Jennifer.
Hi. How are you today?
Great. How are you?
Good. So I have a question about when the hummingbirds come back. What plants will attract them?
Do you want annuals or do you want perennials?
Anything.
Well, for annuals, you have lots of choices. Anything that all the salvias work really well, whether they're the perennial ones or the annuals. I also find if it's a shadier spot that fuchsia do really nicely. For early spring, I would say azaleas. Basically what you're looking for are brightly colored, tube-shaped flowers that have a lot of nectar in them. So, and then the thing also says that you're having trouble with your feeders.
Yeah, I have 3 different ones, and they go up to it, and they try to get something, but they're not getting anything.
That's weird. Most of the hummingbird feeders are sort of designed to make it easy for the hummingbirds. I'm wondering if maybe they're getting clogged, or if you're not changing out your solution often enough and it doesn't smell. It smells like it's failed or something. So I would try cleaning them out and then also replacing your solution more often.
All right, let's go to Kathy. Oh, I'm sorry, we're out of time. If you're on the line, stay there. Lisa will talk to you off the air. I'm going to put you on hold, Kathy. There you go. Thank you. Thanks for calling in. Let's go over to Chris. One final check of the forecast.
Yeah, we're going to see more of that sunshine as we go through today, and I do want to encourage you to enjoy it. It's a time of the year where things are a little bit more cloudy as opposed to sunny, and we'll see more clouds returning to the picture. That'll be as early as tonight. That'll keep us a little bit warmer, though, with a low of 38. More showers as we move into Tuesday. Look for highs into the low and mid-50s on Tuesday. A little cooler and breezy under a northwesterly flow on Wednesday. We'll be staying mostly cloudy, but by Thursday afternoon, that's when I think we'll finally see a return of some sunshine that'll take us into the weekend before more clouds and shower chances as we head into early next week.
All right. Thank you, Chris. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. In the meantime, have a great afternoon.